Okay, this. That's all right. All right.
We got Shaba Shalom and Phoenix Snow.
Shabbat Shalom and Phoenix Snow. How y'all fellas doing? What's going on, Kings?
Everything is
I
great. Everything is great. Great to be here. Thanks for spending time with us. So we can reach out
yes.
and grow. Appreciate that.
I can't
Appreciate you for
believe. Say
it's
that,
a blessing.
that
What? Point. You know?
one more. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys as well. I can't even believe that it's about to be February of 2026. So I'm class starts next week, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're moving right along. An exciting time.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it's amazing. Yeah, time is moving. I ain't gonna hold you. Time don't stop for no one. What did I say? Time is moving. That's the truth. Yeah.
I can hear them
Oh,
well. I'm just
yes,
missing every other word. It's like breaking up a little bit on my side.
Ah.
yeah. The weather.
And then yeah, they in North Jersey, so the weather
Oh, he said the
bad up there.
weather. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Oh, I hope you guys are staying
Yeah.
warm and they treating y'all right.
I hate to say it, but they kind of is, and it's really warm in here. I really don't want to. I gotta be grateful. It's really warm in here, and I'm super full right now. Like, sorry. I still hate the place. Still hate the place, but I'm really great.
We got to listen.
That's what I feel you on that. It's like I don't want to treat these motherfuckers, but it's definitely keep the motherfucker warm.
Hey, before we go any further, the state of New Jersey was doing clemency releases and all that. So we got Kevin on the phone. Unfortunately he ain't get granted part of the clemency joint. But I want you to speak on like the vibe after the last clemency round inside the prison you in.
Oh. Well, like I said before, the vibe in there is they a lot of information was being disseminated as far as if you have a clemency pending and you didn't get denied over the summer or late into December, you would get some type of relief. This was being disseminated. Nothing in writing, but this is coming out of the governor's office. A lot of people were calling, families was calling, whatever. So in the midst of the governor getting the new governor getting elected and the other one had to leave by January 20th, he just rushed and just did some things and just let a few people out and not the mass clemency said he was going to grant to a lot of people. So in here, a lot of people's spirits was down. And in my opinion, a lot of these dudes' immune system went down. After this, a lot of people really got sick. Like the bug was going around out here. Like people was really feeling some type of way about that. And I had a couple pending. I had like 5 different clemencies pending. And unfortunately, none of them wasn't granted. But I still got something pending now. I'm about to put in. Well, it's in. We are checking on it now. A motion to correct a legal sentence that the love nest actually put together for me. So shout out to the nest for putting this motion to correct the legal sentence because I was giving some numbers I wasn't supposed to be getting. So we just trying to get this shit merged so I could be home sometime this year. So that's kind of the downside and the positive to that. Yeah. Yeah.
Got you. It sounds like some discouragement, but some hope at the same time. So we got to focus on the hope. That's all I know how to do. And I do believe that prayer changes things. So I'm going to be keeping this
Absolutely.
situation in prayer as well as we proceed.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
For
Appreciate that.
sure.
Not only that, no shout out to add on that. I want to do the clemency things like as well. Like every program they asked me to go, and on top of that, I did extra programs and training that was even added on for the list to show my certificates and everything, to show that I'm doing on rehabilitation. And they denied my clemency. But this is the bizarre thing that sweet on my mental is that they told me to reapply 6 months after not denying. I felt that the reason why they denied me, I felt that they denied me, but this is somehow react if I'm prepared for society and everything. If I was going to lash out and catch tickets and just move my mind and just so they can prove a fact, I'm like, oh, see, this is why we didn't want to grant him this because this is how you want to act. But I kept striving and thriving and kept on the right path and everything. You see what I'm saying? Even
Mm-hmm.
after the 6 months. So yeah, it's like I felt like it was a freaking game that they trying to throw at me in the challenge and see if I was going to feed in to the negativity, but I never did. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, I know the energy, I know how that feels and everything. It things are firm, and it's like it crushes your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're doing, man, you striving and thriving. At the end of the day, you can reapply again, and from there, you already know. You know. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
That yeah. Listen, I don't really have I don't have the words. That would be annoying for sure, discouraging for sure, but we just gotta keep going. Yesterday was I don't want to talk about my story because my story don't compare to your story at all. But just know that it was a trying day. And it was a day that I was like, you know what? I don't even gotta do all of this, God. I can just lay low. Like all of this big dreaming, we ain't even really gotta do all of this. But I do believe that when we are faced with adversity, that is proof that there's a calling on our lives bigger than us. And even though we want to give up, we can't because change isn't just good for you, but it's going to be good for the people around us too. So I know for me, a
yeah,
lot of times I don't even want to be responsible for people. But honestly, God put us here to actually be responsible for people in some form or fashion. Like the strong ones got to be able to bring, not bring them, but show them the way. So for whatever reason, we're at a crossroads. Um, Y'all, do y'all get to watch Little House of the Prairie in there?
say that again. Little House on the Prairie.
Little House on the Prairie. It's a very old show and it's syndicated. And I tell you the truth, every time I watch that show, it gives me so much gratitude no matter what I'm facing in life. So I don't know if y'all have access to that, but it's called Little House on the Prairie. And it's just a very beautiful, humbling experience, if I do say so myself. But I'm a lame girl. I'm a green girl. That's why I wear green every day. But I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
You is
I didn't know that was going to
funny.
happen. I used to watch it when I was younger. Like they showed this in Jamaica.
Man,
I know
listen,
this is gonna be a rip. They showed that show in Jamaica. I was like 6, 7. I was watching that shit.
my
And I
mama
was
used to play that, and I would never watch it. I'm like, girl, I'm not watching this lame behind stuff.
not
But
watching
now,
it for.
now that I'm an adult, yes, Barack. Okay, y'all, give me 1 second. My son needs help. But now that I'm an adult, it has definitely given me a new perspective. And I'm just so grateful for that show. Give me 1 second, y'all.
All right. Hey, who
Yeah.
call about to hang up? Call back.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, tell her. I'll be right back.
Yes, I forgot. I forgot. Snow in New York. Y'all call us 3 hours, bitch. Shit don't never.
Yeah, it's crazy because Mariah was telling me that they about to switch the security.
Yeah, they about to switch to securities February 9th.
Yeah, that's it. I told her,
Securities
I told her,
ass.
GTL, GTL, I was hoping that we could keep seeing it. I don't like it, bro. I don't like the carrots, man.
Me neither.
Only thing about the carrots is that you can long conversation. That's it. Everything else, no. Everything else is there. They want to do too much, man. Or they want to do too much. I'll be like, oh, man, it's terrible.
We got all right, hold on. Shaba call it back. Hold on. Let me get it.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello. Is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Telling.
Hello?
All right, we back. Professor B back. Everybody's here.
Everybody's here, but yeah.
Yes, okay. Hey, Professor B, I just want to add one more point though before we go continue.
Sure.
For me, the key to this whole thing for me is that is at no point during this whole journey I ever felt, and this is I'm grateful for this. Speaking of gratitude, at no point through this entire journey I've ever felt that I don't think I got any more in me.
And
You know
that's
what I
the,
mean? Like I'm grateful for that feeling. Like I never felt that way. Like I ain't got it. No, I just wake up like, yeah, let's go again. I'm ready.
and for that, I'm very proud of you. Like that I saw this real I forgot who was even on it, but I forgot her name. The girl from Blackish, the really pretty oldest daughter. And she was just talking about how much strength and how much energy it really takes to be a positive person. Like people meet people like us and they see our positivity and they think we just wake up like this, like it's just all good in the hood, but how much it really takes, like how much power, how much strength, how much patience, how much love, how much God that it really takes to be a positive person. Like it's actually to me harder to be positive than to be negative, because negative is like the first thing you come to your mind, you do it. It's no control there. But to have gratitude and be where you are, number one, and just find the bright side, like for those are the people that get us through tough situations. Like I hate to go to slavery per se, but it was the ones who had the faith. It was the ones who saw the light in the darkest situations that are the reasons the others eventually got free. Those were the ones who tested the waters. Those was the ones who tried to run, to the north, like things like that. Like you gotta be bold and courageous. And sometimes that causes trouble in your life when you do those kind of things. But I just don't know. God has prepared us all for such a time as this. I just think of Joseph from the Bible all the time, how he got in trouble randomly. It wasn't his fault, but how God just could, because of his positivity specifically, because of Joseph's positivity, when put in bad situations, God blessed him tenfold.
Yeah. You know what's real about that? Because being that you spoke on that, I be looking at myself as Paul. Not yeah, I look at myself as a Paul, like as being incarcerated. That no matter what I go through, that them gates will finally be open, and I will be able to complete my task in life. And not only that, I also feel with you, even though you feel like it's not important, but explaining what you've been through and what you have been going through the course of a week, a month, anything, it's important to us because we got to look at a dynamic as far as like how to change things and like things that you feel that as far as like making mistakes or you would have done things differently, it will speak to us in a different form that what, let's take the wisdom from what she's speaking about what she did and try to adjust into our life and make it better. So I feel that what you do in your month in your week is important to us.
You know what I'm personally going through, and I appreciate you saying that. but I am working on some personal strengths and weaknesses, right? So, for example, I can tell you it's no big deal. It's just a small deal. So, I was trading yesterday and it was nothing that I did. That's what pissed me off. It was the software that I was using that it glitched and it messed up my trading day, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but I didn't like it. Like I had made a lot of money yesterday and it disappeared because of something beyond my control. So what I normally do is talk about that today, talk about that tomorrow, talk about that next week. And even though I eventually get over it faster than most people do, I still linger on it a little longer as well. So I've come to understand lately about myself that I'm a looper. Like if something happens to me, I play that situation over and over and over and over in my head. It's like a bad record. So what I'm actually practicing is actually letting go. Like, it happened. And if I keep bringing it up, it to me is going to bring more energy like that in my life. If I can figure out how to accept it for what it is, it's not like I got a bad health report. You live to see another day. Is it really worth talking about? You know what I'm saying? So when I'm working on, I'm never going to not share because I'm a sharer. It's just who I am. But if it's anything that, like even just a lot of stuff. I'm a looper. And I watched this movie the other day called The Starling. I don't know if y'all have access to Netflix in where you are, but I watched this movie by default and it was showing me what looping looks like in real time. So I was like, I don't want to be a looper anymore. And people who don't loop, which is basically people who don't play situations over and over and over and over again, tend to do even better with their gratitude because it's like, that happened. It's no big deal. I'm focusing on the goodness in my life in this season. So it's just a little fine line that it's a challenge I'm personally going through to not loop. I've been in situations where I've looped a scenario for 10 years. Right. So I gotta learn to let go and let it be done for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you can be free, but mentally a slave. You can be free, but if your mind is in bondage, I'm just as locked up as you is locked up.
That's the thing. I heard that terminology before. And again, it speaks value.
Say that,
Definitely speaks
say it
value.
again.
I heard that terminology before, and hearing it again, it definitely speaks value. It wakes you up. Like, it's right.
You want to say hello?
Not no gimmick.
Your socks looking. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm sorry.
Hello, what's up? Oh, he video bombed us. What's up? Say what's up to Barack, y'all.
What's going on?
Say what's up to the fellas, Barack.
Nothing much.
What's up?
Decent question. Got game. Okay, bless up, bless up.
He jumped on the live.
He had to hold it down for his mama.
He had to hold it down. Little mini blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Little Barack.
Hey, Professor D, to the point you just made, though, one of these quarterbacks I was listening to, I think it was Tom Brady. He was saying he will dwell on turnovers or when he throw picks.
Repeat that for me, Dante, because my
game plan.
can you relate what he just said, Dante, to me, please?
He said he was listening to the quarterback Tom Brady speak,
Uh-huh.
and you said that he don't reflect when he turn picks, like when he turn the ball over, right?
No, he don't do it in game. In game, he don't dwell on when he throw a pick, a turnover, like somebody pick him off, or even a pick six. It's not something he dwell on. He goes back to the game plan, and he
Yeah.
actually tries to forget that pick because it's a game to be won. So if you dwell on the pick, then you're gonna throw the whole game plan from, to complete the rest of the game because the game still has to be completed. So in regards to looping, he tried not to be. They really try to have a short term memory.
Yep. Yeah. So for an example, my mother, she's not a looper at all. Like my mom, my name is Blessing. Be- Thank you, son. Because my mother had two kids that passed away before me, as babies. And when I tell you, if I had been my mama and that would have happened to me, the amount of times I would be sad, just randomly, cry, just randomly, why this happened to me, God, just randomly. I wouldn't even begin to tell you how much y'all would probably hear that from my mouth. And my mom, and I use that as an example because it's a very deep example. She doesn't even talk about it, and when she does talk about it, it's always, Barack, you got to get out of here. It's always very positive, like, I have my two children in heaven. Like, there's three of us here on earth and there's two in heaven, so she's always like my five children. The cemetery that my brother and sister are buried in is actually right next to the church that we go to now, and every Sunday when we go to church, we beat the horn at them and just say hello to them. But she's never like sad, like, oh my babies. She just takes on life. So as I'm mature, I'm reaching 40. So I can feel my mind just changing. Like I can just feel it maturing. And I'm like, I gotta adopt some of that in my latter years for a healthier, happier, freer life in this second half.
That's real. That's real.
Hmm.
That's,
So y'all are on the right page. Don't give up. Don't feel defeated. Like I love that you said that because yesterday when I had my situation, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I knew I wasn't done for real because I'm never done. But I was so frustrated that I was trying to convince myself to be done. So I'm proud of you.
yeah, that's a fight. That's a fight. That's a commitment. Yeah. And this is that's one of those are some of the things tools that we need to deal with day trading. That's not in the book or anything. It's just to have that type of mindset, right?
That type of mindset is going to help you out tremendously. I tell people all the time. I think we might even talked about it. Like we're going to learn the technicals of trading. All of us are going to be on the same page as far as that's concerned. And then what's going to separate us in our trading journey is just who you are as a person. Like whatever you struggle with, whatever you thrive in. Like there's certain ways you're going to start. Like once you learn the basics, then there's going to be ways that you adapt because of who you are. You're going to trade a certain kind of way. Like for an example, one thing that I changed recently in my trading journey is my stop loss. Like in the past, my stop a good ratio for your stop loss would be a 3 to 1. So for an example, you're looking to make $300 and you're only willing to lose $100. Well, the old blessing when I first started trading, it was a 1 to 1. I'm willing to make 300. I'm willing to lose 300 because if I did this accurately, I should be able to make the 300. If I did this wrong, it's gonna go down, but I'm praying that it goes back up, right? But a lot of times it doesn't always go back up, and now I'm a negative 300 in my trading money. That gives me less capital to trade with if I keep doing that every day. So what I've done now is I still aim for the 300, but my risk to reward is what it's called is not even a 3 to 1. Like it's more like a three to I don't even know, but it's like I'm aiming to get 300, but I'm only risking um hold on, what's my numbers? What did I just say a second ago? Oh
300.
yeah, 300, 300.
Yeah, three
And then I
hundred.
said 3 to 1. So yeah, so right now it's almost like I'm risking $25 for the 300. Like if the trade loses $25, instead of waiting around to see what it's gonna do, I just automatically get out. I'm not gonna lose no more than $25. And then I just find a new entry to get in versus before I was losing $100 or $300 per trade if it went the wrong way.
Mm.
So that for
Oh, okay.
me was just like my mentally, I
I
freeze.
gotta
Like
put that
when
back
my
in.
trade is going the wrong way, you might go ahead. I'll wait.
Yeah, nah, one
Okay.
of
All
the
right. Let me.
yeah,
Word is about to go out too, so let me call. Tap back in too.
call back in. Yeah, they
Okay.
calls both in it. They about to call back in.
Okay.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
So 300. So now it's like losing 25 to 300.
Yep. And I just found another way to get back in my trade.
Okay. So when you say your software messed up, you said you lost the money that you won too when it messed up?
For now, until I've reached out to them until they decide that the error was their fault and not mine is gone.
Incarcerated individual.
So what's your money just in the cloud? I'm trying to
Well,
figure out.
when you're trading on prop firms, there's certain rules you have to follow. So they're saying I didn't follow the rule, and that's why.
Got you.
Mhm.
Got that's where I was trying to see like case I run into a situation like
Yeah, and you
that.
can like with your prop firm, like you got to trade and see your trade evade. Like you got to hit certain parameters, and if you do something outside of that parameter, they're gonna be like, you're not getting paid. So I'm saying I didn't do nothing out the parameter. This is a picture of your software saying that it was down. In some kind of way, I got entered into a trade while your software was down. That's not my
Oh,
fault.
yeah, that's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they gotta enhance that.
Yes. So yeah. Just
Wait on Shabba to call back. What the hell is he at? It can take long to say. Snow, you there, right?
Yeah, I'm in.
You waiting on Shabba. Where the hell my lighter go at? Man, I'm tripping. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been looking at the stock market. I was looking at the last trades and all that stuff that transpired. So,
Which ones? Which ones you was looking at?
like, they're looking like the paper.
Hold on, because this call, the other line beeping, it's going to drown you out. Hold on. Hello?
Hello. This and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Telling. Yeah, hello?
All right, we back.
All right. Yeah.
but yeah, just tighten up my risk to reward is one thing that I had to change up. Because my personality, I'm a big risk taker. So that's why I had my risk really wide. So I had to learn. I know you're a risk taker, girl, but we got to be smart about our risk taking adventures. So because of my personality as a risk taker, I'm like, let's go big or go home. But I had to learn through trading that's not how it works over here. So that's why I say once we learn the technicals about okay, when we see this pattern, do this. When price do this, we're going to do this. We're going to all be on the same page. But then your little personal things like your greed level, your patience level, your responsibility level, your um accountability, all of that is going to be exposed because that market is what the market is going to look like to you when we start trading or looking at those candles is money, 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 missed opportunity, missed opportunity, missed opportunity. Man, I could have got that. Man, I could have got that. Man, I could have got that. And you got to go through a, a a process where you learn less is more. Yes, sir.
All right, hold on, because I just raised, hold on, I got a call. I just raised my hand. I beat you to the punch. Hold
Right.
up.
We got a question on the floor.
Yeah, I raised my hand. I got a question on the fly. I got a great question. All right, so look, let me ask you this, right? Professor B.
Uh-huh.
So if you had, let's just say you said to yourself, you woke up one day, right? And you said, you know what, self, I'm about to just go somewhere for 30 days, right? And lock in. Ain't no noise from nothing, from nobody, no nothing. You got your son situated. He good. You know you ain't got to worry about him. You just focused and locked on trading, right? And you got $50,000 cash to start your 30-day locked in yourself on a trading journey, which if not no prop firm, none of that. I'm talking about 50,000 hardcore, your money cash. If you was locked in for 30 days and day one you had 50 cash, how much you think you would make? You would turn that 52 in 31 days.
I don't know. I'm a prop firm trader, and I like prop firms because it 5X's my money. So if I
Five.
had 30 days, I'm definitely trading prop firms. Unbothered.
Not real cash.
Again, real cash is actually easier to trade, to be honest with you. And you can make a lot of money in them 30 days with your 50K. So that's why I say after we learn the technicals, it comes down to who you are as a person. I love routine. I like knowing exactly what I'm going to make every day. So, like we talked about on another call, I think we talked about silver possibly being a play, right? That don't excite me. Me making a lot of money off of silver don't excite me at all. That's my personality. That ain't got nothing to do with your personality. My personality likes saying on my 5 accounts, I made $1,000. And because I made $1,000, I made $5,000. And I want to do this 250 days a year because that's how many days the market is open that we can actually trade. And that for my personality may not fit your personality, but it's right up my alley. And I'm not trying to be you, and you don't need to try to be me. So when you go to your 30 days, everybody got to create the way that they like to trade. Like that's exactly what I'm explaining. Like there's some guys like Wall Street Trapper, he ain't doing no prop firms. Aristotle, he ain't doing no prop firms. I'm doing prop firms because I'm my own person. I've made up what I want to do based off of my personality. So I'm not trying to talk you. I'm just here to teach you the skill set so you can go trade how you want to trade on your 30-day vacation.
Nah, that was just a hyper.
No, I'm just saying but my real answer, that's my answer. Like I'm trading prop firms.
Well, all right. Well, you answered my question then, because that's
hmm
you answered the question.
But
You
and I
know,
also answered the question before that. Like that's a personality choice. There's people who won't touch a prop firm because there's too much rules about prop firms.
but
Like
my bad. Go ahead, finish.
Like
You
the
said too
prop
much
firm that I
rules.
use, you got to trade for 5 days before you can even make any money. So a lot of people who are good traders don't even want to do that because it's like I done made money in the market for 5 days. But when you work with prop firms, they're testing you those 5 days. So they're like, if you want to use our money, we got to see that you know how to trade. Where someone like with a Dante personality might be like, I'm not trading for 5 days and not making no money. I'd rather put my real money in the market and flip it.
Nah, if I could just trade, I'm a long term type of person. So if I could do this for 5 days and on the back end use your money for the rest of my life, why wouldn't I do that? That's the most easy play. I could stay down
Because
five
trading
days,
prop firms is
show you what
hard.
I'm. I could stay down 5 days, show you what I'm worth, so you could throw me the money. What?
Trading prop firms, trading on a prop firm creates limitations that trading with real money does not. You have
That's
way more flexibility trading with real money. Prop firms, you got to follow to the
but
T
but
what they need you to do, or you will not see no money.
but that's what makes you a good trader. That's what's gonna make you stay on your
That's what's
feet,
gonna
on
make
your
you
toes.
disciplined.
That's what's gonna make you disciplined. Yeah, all right. That's why I asked you the question. I asked you. You answered the way. All right, you answered. Okay. I got.
Mm-hmm.
I got. Anybody else got some questions? I got my question answered. Anybody else got some
Mm-hmm.
questions?
Finish, no, man. Finish. No, I got a question, right? So, for instance, right, when you're dealing with trading, right, let's say for me as a warrior, I don't have no responsibility. So as far as people that have children and everything, would your mindset of trading be differently towards the people that have responsibilities because you're not looking at sacrifice as far as, yeah, listen, I got to be more smarter on this level because I got to deal, I got responsibilities, or I got to be smarter on this level because, I want to be into graduate into this level of things. Or a person be also like, I don't care, and you try to take more sacrifice because I don't have responsibility. How what type of training would you suggest a person should be that don't have
That's a long ass
responsibility?
question, bro.
What type of trader do I suggest a person should be who does not have a lot of responsibility?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of okay, who does not have a lot of responsibility? So here's the thing. 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 What I will say is the person who does not have a lot of responsibility to me will have the easier time learning how to trade in general, right? Because when you have a lot of responsibility and when you come to trading, usually is, oh my God, I see this opportunity that can make me a lot of money. I want to make this now be my new source of income. And what that does is psychologically, subconsciously puts a pressure on you to produce, puts a pressure on you to become a great trader immediately, puts pressure on you that it needs to get done now, right? People who don't have a lot of responsibility, all that pressure is off of you. Now you're just really focusing on, I'm just here to learn. There is no pressure. If I do not do well today, then that's fine. Nobody's waiting on this money from me. This is not my job. This is just me taking some time out to learn a new skill set. So from that perspective, I think you have the advantage. Also with children, I think kids should learn how to trade because they don't have no responsibilities. So now they can look at it from a, oh, okay, well, this is kind of like coding, or this is kind of like playing video games. The red team is up, the green team is down. Like they're looking at it from a play mindset. They could care less about making any money. But when they turn 18 or 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and they're looking for employment, the skills that I've been teaching them since childhood for fun, now I was like, oh, I can turn this on and make money. I've been doing this. So I think people who don't have financial responsibility tied to learning how to trade become better traders quicker.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then
Well,
from there, you
so I,
kind of gotta again come up with your process. Because even like to piggyback on Dante's question, my number one strategy going into a 30 days unbothered is prop firms, but that ain't my only strategy. I got 30 days and I'm not being bothered. I'm going to do some of the other strategies that I don't usually have to do. Like even now, I'm going to start looking into placing trades overnight because why not? You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not what I depend on. That's not what I do every day. But from there, you get to like playing football. You create different playbooks that you can create different plays that you can trade. Like pocket options is another part of my playbook. But the skill set is the skill set, and pocket options is a platform that you can use when you're trading, and every 5 seconds it's a new trade happening. Like you can make money every 5 seconds literally. But that's not my bread and butter, but it's a part of my ecosystem of trading. So I'll just invest more time in that, and it just again just it's just so many things you can do with the knowledge of knowing how to trade. And there's gonna be so many things you learn over time. I've been trading for I started getting educated about trading in 2019. I started taking my trading very seriously maybe beginning of 2023. And I learned about pocket options maybe 6 months ago. So you're always learning something new on your trading journey. In 2019, I was learning how to trade options. In 2023, I started focusing on futures. And 6 months ago, I learned pocket options. So you just keep learning different things and adding it to your playbook. But my skill set of
All right.
knowing how to trade allows me to do everything.
No, all right. Yeah, take, I definitely is that. Uh,
So as we
definitely
go,
is
we're
that.
going to hear about new things. Like I just was studying something called covered calls. I can't even explain it to you right now, but it's something we need to learn. So by the time we finish with the basic training and it's time to start going to the next thing like covered calls, if we ever get there, it's still the same process of placing a trade. Now it's just another technique of placing that same trade to leverage your money.
All right.
Hmm.
All right.
So it's
So
a
what's
thousand
the
ways
most,
to skin this trading cat.
so what's the most information you got so far as far as cover call? Like, I know you probably like a lot, but is there anything that you have like just a little bit of sprinkle of knowledge of when it comes to cover call?
One more time, or Dante, if you
I
understood it, can you
can't
repeat
even
it?
hear him. Say that again.
Is there a little bit of sprinkle of knowledge that you have when it comes to cover call? I understand you don't have it all down pat. Can you elaborate
So
a little bit more?
so the reason why I'm learning is because okay, so how we talked about trading, right? Trading is what we do in a day. We day trade. Investing is when we buy stocks and we hold them, right? So when you buy stocks and you hold them, if you have 100 stocks of a certain company, you can do what is called a covered call on those stocks. How I'm new to learning this. You're basically renting your stocks out to someone who wants to buy them, but it's all fugazi. None of this is really happening in real life. It's just a bunch of pressing buttons. So technically you're saying, okay, I'm going to rent my stock to this guy. But the cool part is when you rent the stock to this guy, he has to pay you today, right? And then we're waiting to see if the stock hits a certain price, then he gets to own the stock. If the stock does not hit if the stock hits a certain price, he's paid me rent. I keep that money, and then he's going to buy those stocks from you technically and become the owner. If the stocks don't hit a certain price, then I get to keep the rent money and he doesn't get my stocks. Now, the
Hmm.
only reason I'm even learning about this is because I'm already a long term investor. So now I'm like, okay, what do I do to maximize these stocks? And that was the suggestion. Start buying your stocks in multiples of 100 so you can start doing covered calls on them. All before, all I was told was just buy stocks. That was my entry level, and that's been good. Most people don't even do that. But after 20 years of doing that, I'm like, so what do I do next? You get what I'm saying? So it's always something that you are going to be evolving and learning. But this foundation that we do here together is all you need. And then from there, your
Hold
ears will
on
just
now.
be trained to be like, oh, okay. Or for an example, you might need a couple of years just to stack some bread because it's going to take you a couple of years to be buying 100 stocks per company. That ain't cheap. So now your day trading is making you money to put to the side to buy your stocks. Now you just keep making money from trading in 10 different ways.
That's fire.
And we ain't never clocking in on nobody's job.
Never clocking in. Never
That's
clocking
oh man,
in.
that's fire. Okay, hey, look, I missed that part when you were saying you you rented the stock to the person with the I guess with the option to buy or something. I mean,
Oh yeah, his
yeah,
phone,
I missed
his
that part.
phone had cut off. So when you was giving the tea, he was asking.
Yeah, so I own the stock, and this person is saying that if the price of this stock to this number, I want to buy it from you. And here is my down payment. So I get the down payment and I never lose it. So if the stock does hit that agreement price, I lose my 100 shares, but he buys them from me. So I got my down payment, and then whatever that cost of that stock costs, then I get another round of money for him actually purchasing them from me. But if that price never hits, I get to keep the down payment and I get to keep my stocks, and he doesn't get to get them. So I win either way.
That's fire. Yeah. Wow, that's fire.
Yes,
When I
yes.
put that in our viewers, it's like it don't move. Without
You-
anything, it don't move.
yes. So that's the beauty of it. So even with that, when I first learned about long-term investing, the person that I learned from, they never broke it down about, focus on getting 100 shares per stock before you go to the next stock. They would just be like, Apple's a vibe, Costco's a vibe. They wasn't saying vibe, but that's my terminology. Airbnb's a vibe. Like whatever was the hot thing, they would be like, get you some of this. Or I reckon they never say get some of this because they can't give financial advice. But they'll be like, this stock is doing XYZ. I'm putting some in my portfolio. All the while, they're not telling us that they're putting 100 shares in the portfolio so they can do cover calls. They're just saying they putting some in there. And then you see them doing these plays and you like, how they doing it? Because they're doing that. But we still got to generate some money anyway before we can even get to that level. Like you got to be able to buy 100 shares of Apple in the first place. And let me see how much Apple is right now. Uh, let me see. Let me look.
That's about 3 something, right? Yeah. Last time I thought Apple was down right now.
Yeah, let me see. I'm just trying to see how much it costs per share right now. So Apple is $259 per share. So if I wanted to buy 100 shares of Apple today, which we would never do, we would buy them over time, like whatever you come up with, 5 today, 5 a week, 5 every month, 10 every month, whatever you need to do for your pocketbook. Just figure out a plan. But 100 times 259 is, so he would have paid me a down payment, and then if it worked out in his favor, I would have gotten paid $25,000, $25,900 from that play. But I would have also lost my 100 shares of Apple, and I would have to buy more shares of Apple if I wanted it. But he would have bought my shares and paid me to buy my shares. But if it doesn't work out, I get to keep my shares and keep his down payment.
25,900, right?
Hmm.
That was 25,900, right?
25,900. Yep. 25,900 is what 100 shares of Apple costs right now. Which is, if you got a little coin, that ain't a lot. And then you got your 100 shares already in one purchase.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But again, that's nothing we have to worry about today or tomorrow, but just the possibilities of what trading will bring to your life.
Yeah.
And once you learn the foundation, that's why I keep telling people the way I teach, foundation. I, listen, you just need the foundation, and God is going to unfold the rest. I promise you.
Yeah.
You're going to unfold the rest. You're going to be like, oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, this does this. This is good for me. This is not good for me. I can't afford this. I can't afford that. My money look like this. My money look like that. Like I'm working on a program for seniors, and I'm gonna only do pocket options with seniors because all they got to do is click a button. That's gonna be easy for them.
Yeah.
For their personality traits, pocket options is the way I think they should go. Somebody else may not agree, but I'm saying, my seniors, they're on a fixed income. They don't know how to use a computer for real. How can I help them with the simplest formula possible? For seniors, we got to lead with pocket options.
What about you?
You said, what about me?
You teach the class for the youth. No, for you.
Oh, for the youth, yeah,
That's
the
what
youth are the youth are going to get a class. See, the youth can do anything. They computer literate. We can teach the youth everything. They can
you
probably
do
teach
pocket
you how to
option
use a
or would
computer.
it do something?
Say it
Would you
again
do a pocket option or would it be something different?
one more time
You said would it be pocket options or something different?
for the kids.
Yeah, for the youth.
Something different. I would teach the kids how to trade. How I'm teaching y'all how to trade. I'm not trying to teach the seniors how to trade. I'm just trying to teach them how to push a button. Because teaching them how to trade would drive me
Oh, okay.
insane. They can't keep up. They're seniors. They grew up with Little House on the Prairie type vibe. So me bringing them this AI like information, that's what it's gonna feel like to them. Like that's beyond me. So kids, on the other hand, I don't think they would react that way. Kids can work the computer better than you can work the computer, and I can work the computer. So I I chose pocket options
Straight
for
line.
them because of the simplicity of the platform. Because I can call out the trades and say push now, like bingo, push now, push now. So I'm very intentional about the personality of what that type of individual needs. So I would do like an hour call with the seniors and be like, all right, push the button now, y'all. Push the button. Help them make $1,000 for the week so they can go pay their bills and not have to worry about Social Security.
It's Professor B.
Uh-huh.
Um, going into the class, what is required? Do we bring notebook? So we write stuff down. How is the process gonna be? Do we need notebook or whatever? What is the teaching method? How do we learn this from you? Us in here, me and Phoenix.
I think that's a Dante question, but on top of that, note takers are money makers. So never come to class without your paper and pen.
Okay. 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 I like that. Those stickers are money makers.
Note
I like
takers
that.
are money makers. So always come with your paper and pen.
I do because I think I'm coming my favorite pencil though. You know, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna come my favorite pencil though. Because I started taking some notes from the somebody I work with in here.
Okay.
Actually, I got a brand new composition notebook, and so I have some notes I've been taking and some stuff I've been looking at and listening to, and I'm trying to put everything together. Because he was about day trading too. He was actually he's a stockbroker. Well, he still has his license, according to him. Got locked up about 20 years ago. He still takes notes. He came out with like a manual of the stuff that he wrote down. So I sat with him for about 25 hours coming into this. So I have some notes that I took from him. So I actually have a day trading notebook.
Okay.
So I was just adding in the method and what I need to do if we need to write stuff down if it's going to be
Yeah.
on that level.
Anything else they need for next week, Dante, so they can be prepared?
Um, nah, I get everything to him and then have everything to you. Man, I've been dealing with some shit with these phones and these iClouds and shit. So, um, see how my phone, see how we just had a technical difficulties.
But we held it down. POP.
Yeah, so nah. But yeah, next week I have Probably by Monday though. I have everything to everybody.
Okay.
Like Monday, and then when we kick off next Thursday, so yeah, we'll be straight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Everybody be straight and laced and ready to go. We missing 3 people that ain't show up tonight, but
Just watch as much CNBC as you possibly can. That's going to be like if y'all are able to catch some financial shows, I want us to talk about that as we're doing our 4 to 5 weeks together of training.
I'm sorry, you said CNBC?
Uh-huh. And whenever
Okay.
he's talking
Any
about
particular show?
huh?
Any particular show? 'Cause I do have CNBC. You have 1 minute left.
I know I
So
don't know
any
them
particular
personally because I don't really want, but this is how we're going to figure out it together. But I know Bloomberg is one, but any of those financial let me see, let me ask real quick.
Yeah, I might tap back in. CNBC. Yeah, I do have CNBC. So I might tap back in.
we about to wrap this up. Oh, you better not call back.
Right, because it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we about to wrap this thing up, baby.
What are some good financial shows like on CNBC that I could watch about companies and trading? All right. They're saying Squawk Box.
I heard that.
Walk box. How you spell that?
SQUAWK.
Oh, squawk box, right.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
Mad Money.
Okay.
So let me get him
Okay.
on. Cause he want to know. He gonna want to know this too.
This is a free call from.
It says squat box, mad money.
Closing Bell.
Hold on, let me get him back on.
Okay.
Monitoring. An incarcerated individual's use of institutional
We can wrap up after
to
this.
receive consensual calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Preventing suicide is important.
God damn. Operator gonna put a nigga.
Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation.
She about to give y'all these shows, and then we wrap. Then it's over. Go ahead, Professor B.
All right, so it says Squawk Box, and this is going to be our for morning macro CEO earnings, best for market tone before the New York session opens. That's Squawk Box. Mad Money. Kramer is loud, but great for understanding company narratives, catalyst, and retail psychology. The next one says, huh?
Springer is loud.
It's just giving a description. I guess the guy who's the host, his name is Kramer, and it's just saying that he's a very loud individual.
Minute remaining. Okay, Kramer. Okay.
And then Closing Bell.
Closing bell.
Excellent for seeing how the day actually resolved and why. I might start watching the Closing Bell. See? Excellent for seeing how the day actually, that's good. And Fast Money, options, volatility, and what traders are actually positioning for. That's good too, y'all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mine is about to cut off, so I'm not about to come back in. Thank you, Professor B. Look forward to this. Wish you well, wish us well, and prosperity, health, and success.
Yes, we got this, King. Thank you for always bringing the vibes and the energy. I'll see you next week. God bless you, and I'm gonna keep you in prayer.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Likewise.
For sure. Thank you.
My Lord. Yeah. Thank you for using Global Telling. Thank you. I appreciate everything you're doing. I appreciate the knowledge. And I'm definitely tapping in next Thursday. Hopefully every other team will tap in as well and be able to learn from this experience that's transpiring right now and the knowledge that you're bringing to us. And hope you have a blessed night.
No, back at you. You guys are the pioneers to this. So kudos to you for being here and accepting the charge. And let's continue to just be great together. So I'm excited.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dante, I also appreciate everything you're doing, everything that's transpiring. Shout out to Love Neck for everything. And man, keep doing, stay strong, kid, man, stay positive and stay powerful, man. This is something that's very powerful. It's a
Very.
movement that doesn't have
Dante for
nobody
president, y'all. Dante for president.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we
Talk
getting there.
about it.
We getting there.
If Donald Trump can run the country, my boy can run the country. Shoot,
Right.
Dante for president.
God, bitch, they like that.
Why not?
Nah,
Talk about it.
nah,
Professor B,
Look, he
talk
got
about
this.
it.
He got this.
Let's talk about it.
I'd rather Professor B be the president, not be the vice president.
Listen, they can't
Let her
pay
call.
me to be the president of the
Let
United
her
States of
call the.
America, okay?
Let her call the shots. Play the
But
background.
Barack and Michelle was good enough for me. I'm straight.
Oh man. Yeah, have a blessed night, man.
All
You
right.
too.
What's happening when it's time, man. Thank
Uh,
you. I
All
appreciate it.
right, y'all.
I
See
bet.
y'all next time.
All right, Professor B. Enjoy your night. I get up with you in the AM.
All right, CEO. I look forward to it.
All right, bet.
Peace.
Peace.